Hello everyone, welcome to Afternoon Hyper Mission. In the last lecture, we discussed about the inductive effect, resonance effect, and electromagnetic effect. So today we are going to discuss the last and most important effect, that is the hyperconjugation effect. So let's begin. You know that hyperconjugation effect means what? When the sp3 hybridized carbon atom, sp3 hybridized carbon atom is attached to at least one hydrogen atom and one sp2 sp2 hybridized carbon atom involved in resonance. This type of resonance is called as hyperconjugation effect. Okay. Now next, which are those compounds which consist of this sp2 hybridized carbon atom? Now the example is like that. The first one is a alkene. Okay. Second one is a benzene. Third one is a carbocation. And fourth one is a carbon free radical. Okay, carbon free radical. See, in the alkene there is a CH2 double bond CH2. Okay, this is the sp2 hybridized carbon atom. In the benzene, suppose we attach this carbon, this is a sp3 hybridized carbon atom attached to that carbon atom, and this is a sp2 hybridized carbon atom, and this is sp3 hybridized carbon atom, and this hydrogen attached to that sp3 hybridized carbon. Then carbocation, this is an example, ethyl carbocation. Okay, CH2. Okay, this is also sp2 hybridized carbon atom, and the last one is a carbon free radical, that is the CH3 single bond CH2, that is carbon free radical. These are the example in which there is a hyperconjugation effect is observed. Okay, so coming to the next point, that is the type of hyperconjugation effect. There are two type of hyperconjugation effect. First one is a sigma pi conjugation. First one is sigma pi conjugation, and second one is a sigma p orbital conjugation. Okay, so we will start with the sigma pi conjugation. Sigma pi conjugation means what? Suppose we take an example of propene. See, propene is a CH3 single bond CH double bond CH2. Okay, this structure we can write like this also, that is a CH2 single bond CH double bond CH2. In this structure, see, this is the central carbon atom which is attached to at least one hydrogen atom, and it is also attached to sp2 hybridized carbon atom. Okay, what happen in this structure? There is a delocalization of sigma electrons happen. Okay, this is a delocalization of, and that's why this resonance happen, and the resulting structure is formed, that is a CH2 double bond CH single bond CH2 is a minus, and this is a there is this electron is transferred that way. This is a H plus. Okay, now there is a no bond between this carbon and hydrogen. That's why the hyperconjugation effect, we call it as a no bond resonance. There is a no bond between carbon and hydrogen. That's why we call it as a no bond resonance. Okay, this is an example of sigma pi conjugation. This is the pi bond. If you want to understand more this structure, we also can write like this also, that is a this is a carbon central carbon atom, then second this, and this is the third carbon atom. There are three hydrogen atom attached to this carbon atom. There are three hydrogen. Okay, this is a three hydrogen atom. Okay, there is one CH. Okay, here second two CH2. See, and there is a pi bond is there here. Okay, and this is also pi bond. This is a pi bond. Okay, this is the pi bond, and there is this is the okay. So this is the one hydrogen, that is a CH. Okay, and this second is a pi bond. What happened? There is a pi conjugation is happen. Okay, and this bond is very easy to break, and due to the delocalization, the final structure is formed, and this effect we called as a hyperconjugation effect. Now next, that is a sigma p orbital conjugation. To understand the sigma p orbital conjugation, the example is ethyl carbocation, that is a CH3 CH2 plus. Okay, what happened? This structure we can also write like this also, that is a CH2H single bond CH2, that is empty p orbital. Okay, empty p orbital, What happens in the hyperconjugation effect is the delocalization of pi electron to this empty p orbital. Okay, so the resulting structure is formed, that is a CH2 double bond CH2, and there is a one hydrogen atom. Okay, there is no bond between this hydrogen and this, that's why we call it as a hyperconjugation effect is a no bond resonance. Okay, understood? So coming to the next point, the most important point to note that the hyperconjugation effect we also call as a Baker-Nathan effect. Baker-Nathan effect, and this name is important for NIPER. Okay, they may ask what is the other name for the hyperconjugation effect, or they may ask the question related to hyperconjugation effect using this name Baker-Nathan effect. Okay, so coming to the next point, which are the important points in the hyperconjugation effect. The most important point is that the hyperconjugation effect is a permanent effect. Okay, second one, it is a general stabilization interaction. Hyperconjugation effect, it is a general stabilization interaction. Third one is a hyperconjugation, the effect of electron displacement due to resonance. This is the effect of electron displacement due to resonance. And the last and most important point to note that the number of no bond resonating structure due to the hyperconjugation we can calculate by using the formula, that is the number of alpha hydrogen atom plus 1 in aliphatic system. Okay, we try to understand the most important formula for to calculate the how many hyperconjugating structure or no bond resonating structure is formed. Okay, suppose we take an example, that is propene, CH3 single bond CH double bond CH2. Okay, see, there are a number of alpha hydrogen atom. How many alpha hydrogen atom in this structure? See, this is the alpha carbon atom, and the hydrogen atom attached to the alpha carbon atom is the alpha hydrogen atom, and there are 3 alpha hydrogen atom. Therefore 3 plus 1 is equal to the 4. That's why the number of hyperconjugating structure is 4 of propene. Okay, for propene there are 4 hyperconjugating structure. I hope you understand very well. If you have any doubt, please comment in the comment box. Thank you for watching.